Welcome to your Profitable Law Firm podcast. I'm Kelly Brubaker, your dedicated host, passionate about empowering law firm owners. Let's dive into the hidden strategies that lead to overflowing profits, scaled growth, and thriving lives. This is where overwhelm transforms into confidence, enabling you to create and enjoy your dream firm and your dream life. As a reminder, I'm a guest speaker for a webinar series hosted by MyCase, LawPay, CasePure, and AffiniPay. We're going to cover several topics that center around financial wellness for law firms, and you don't want to miss this. The fourth and last scheduled webinar is coming up. If you can't make it live, don't worry. The recording will be sent out to everyone who registers, and actually all four of the recordings will be made available to anyone who registers for any one of the sessions. I'm going to leave a link in the show notes below on how to register. So today's episode was actually inspired by the AffiniPay webinar last week, where I spoke about KPIs or key performance indicators to better manage your firm instead of relying on your P&L. Now, when I'm speaking virtually, I close the chat window and rely on the team to let me know when there's questions. And then we debrief after each webinar for questions that need to be answered in the next scheduled webinar. But with this last webinar, it was just as it was wrapping up, I happened to open the chat window and one comment just jumped right out at me. And it said something like, "This is overkill. I'm a solo attorney." And we were at the end of the webinar, so the Zoom closed, and I didn't have time to see who it was or even try to type back a response in the chat. So today, I'd like to address this comment because although it was a short comment, it really made me think. And I couldn't stop thinking about it afterward because I think it's something that many solo practitioners might feel. And I completely understand where this commenter was coming from. I honestly do. I was a solo practitioner for a few years when I first started out. I grew a team over several years. And then after a specific incident with someone on my team, I purposely shrunk back my firm to being just me for a few years so that I could lick my wounds and recover. When you're running your own business, especially if you're doing it all on your own, it can feel like there's always something else that you're supposed to be doing. And the idea of adding one more task to your already long to-do list can feel very overwhelming and unnecessary. So it's easy to think, why should I worry about all these extra things when I'm already busy enough? So I really do appreciate the feedback that sparked this episode because it gives me a chance to explain why, even for a solo attorney, managing your business with tools like KPIs is so important. I think there might be a misconception among solo practitioners that just because they're the only ones working in their business, that they don't need to worry about things like financial management or even task management or case management, which are all things bigger firms focus on. Solo practitioners may fall into a trap of believing that since they don't have employees or large overhead costs, they can get by without worrying too much about their financial data. But that can't be further from the truth. In reality, good financial management is essential for any business, no matter how small it is or how many employees it has. Just because you're a solo practitioner doesn't mean you're immune to the financial challenges. In fact, not paying attention to your finances could lead to some serious problems. If you don't manage your finances well, you could run into cash flow problems, which means you might not have enough money to pay your bills or invest in opportunities that could help you grow your business. You might miss out on growth opportunities simply because you weren't keeping track of your financial health. In the worst case scenario, poor financial management could even jeopardize the future of your practice. Even if you have no plans to grow your firm beyond what you can personally handle, taking care of your finances is still crucial for keeping your business stable and sustainable in the long run. I mentioned KPIs earlier, so let's take a step back and really define what they are and why they matter. KPIs, or key performance indicators, are simply a set of specific numbers that tell you how well your business is doing in different areas. These numbers are usually related to your financial health and operational performance. For example, a KPI could be how much money you make per client or how much it costs to get new clients. These numbers help you understand where your business is doing well and where there might be room for improvement. For solo practitioners, the same as any size business, tracking KPIs can be incredibly valuable because it gives you a clear picture of your financial health. It's like having a roadmap that shows you where you are and where you need to go. By keeping an eye on these numbers, you can identify where your business might be struggling and take action before things get worse. You can also use KPIs to make informed decisions that will help your business grow and succeed. For example, if you notice that your workload is slowing down unexpectedly, you will realize that you need to increase your marketing efforts to create new work. Or if your accounts receivable is growing, you should take time to reach out to clients with unpaid bills. Now, you might be wondering how to start managing your business finances without feeling completely overwhelmed. After all, as a solo practitioner, you're already juggling a lot of responsibilities. The good news is that you don't have to do everything all at once. You can start small and gradually build up your financial management practices over time. So, here's some practical tips to get you started without feeling like you're taking on too much. First, start by tracking just a few key metrics that are the most relevant to your practice. For example, you might start by tracking your revenue per client and your total expenses. These are basic but important numbers that can give you a good sense of how your business is doing. As you get more comfortable, you can start tracking additional KPIs that are important to your specific practice. Second, use tools that are designed to make financial management easier for small businesses. There are lots of accounting software and financial management tools out there that can help you track your KPIs, create budgets, and manage your cash flow. These tools are user friendly and can save you a lot of time and effort. Third, set clear financial goals for your practice and regularly review your progress. Setting goals gives you something to aim for, and checking your progress helps you stay on track. Finally, if you ever feel stuck or unsure about your financial management, don't hesitate to ask for help from a business advisor or a bookkeeper. They can provide you with expert guidance and help you navigate any challenges you might face. To show you how effective financial management can really make a difference, I want to share a success story from another solo practitioner. This attorney was managing their practice on their own and felt very overwhelmed by the idea of tracking KPIs at first. However, they decided to give it a try and started by tracking just a few key metrics: their revenue per client and client acquisition costs. Over time, they began to see patterns in their financial data that helped them make better business decisions. For example, by tracking their KPIs, they realized they were spending a lot more on client acquisition than they had initially thought. With this insight, they were able to find a more cost effective way to attract new clients, which significantly reduced their overall expenses. They also noticed that their total expenses were higher than they wanted, so they took steps to reduce unnecessary costs and increase their fees where it made sense. These changes led to significant improvement in their profitability, and they even started planning for future growth, something they hadn't thought possible before. Now, let's take a closer look at why solo law practices have the same financial management needs as a large business. Even though the scale of your business might be smaller, the basic principles of running a business apply universally. Whether you have one employee or 100, you need to manage your finances effectively to ensure the long-term success of your business. There are several key reasons why this is true, even for solo practitioners. First, cash flow management is just as important for solo practitioners as it is for a large business. Cash flow refers to the money coming in and cash going out of your business. If you don't manage your cash flow properly, you could find yourself in a situation where you don't have enough money to pay your bills, pay yourself, or invest in opportunities that could help your business grow. Poor cash management is one of the leading causes of financial stress and even business failure. By keeping a close eye on your cash flow, you can avoid these problems and ensure that your business remains financially healthy. Second, budgeting and forecasting are crucial for planning the future of your business. Creating a budget helps you allocate your resources efficiently and make sure you're spending your money wisely. Forecasting future income and expenses allows you to set financial goals prepare for any unexpected expenses that might come up, and even plan for vacations when you know no money will come in if you're not working. These practices are just as important for solo practitioners as they are for larger firms because they help you stay in control of your finances and avoid surprises. Third, tax compliance is something that every business, regardless of size, needs to take seriously. Keeping accurate financial records and understanding your tax obligations can save you from potential tax issues and penalties. It also helps you take advantage of any tax deductions and credits that are available to you, which can save you money. Finally, making informed financial decisions is key to the success of any business. Whether you're deciding to invest in new technology, hire additional help, or expand your services, having a clear understanding of your financial situation enables you to make decisions that support your long term goals. Let's take a moment to compare this to a personal goal that I think many people can relate to: reaching your ideal weight. Just like in business, achieving a weight goal involves tracking key metrics and making adjustments based on the data. For example, whether you are trying to lose weight or gain weight, you might track your daily calorie intake, your exercise routine, and your weight changes over time. These are personal KPIs that help you understand how well you're doing and where you might need to make changes. Imagine you've set a goal to lose 10 pounds in 3 months. To achieve this, you decide that you will need to monitor what you eat, exercise regularly, and check your progress with weekly weigh ins. Each of these activities provides you with data that helps you see whether you're on track to meet your goal. If you notice that your weight isn't changing as expected, you can review what you have been doing and adjust your diet or exercise routine accordingly. This process of setting goals, tracking progress, and making adjustments is exactly what you do in business with KPIs. It's all about understanding where you are, where you want to go, and what steps you need to take to get there. Managing your business finances isn't something that's just for large firms with lots of employees. Solo practitioners can benefit greatly from implementing sound financial management practices. These practices ensure that your business is sustainable, profitable, and ready to grow if that's something you want to pursue. By tracking your KPIs, managing your cash flow, creating a budget, and making informed financial decisions, you're setting your business up for success in the long term. I encourage you to embrace these financial management practices and see the positive impact they can have in your business. It might feel like a lot at first, but remember that you can start small and build up over time. The important thing is to get started and stay committed to managing your finances effectively. This will not only help your business thrive, but also give you peace of mind knowing that you're in control of your financial future. So here's a question for you. You started your firm with the goal of making money, right? Well, let's make sure you're on the right track. Whether you're just starting out or have been in the game for years, there's always room for improvement. Join the Your Profitable Law Firm community. This community is designed to help you run your law firm more profitably. Now, we're not reinventing the wheel here. These strategies have been tried and tested by thousands of law firms over decades. But what sets us apart? Well, we break down these proven ideas into practical, actionable steps that you can implement right away. So here's how it works. Each month, we focus on one specific strategy. Think of it as a bite-sized approach to optimizing your business. These are the same types of strategies that high-price management consultants would recommend, but without the hefty invoice. Plus, we'll help you maximize revenue from each client and uncover the not-so-secret key to greater efficiency. Imagine your law firm where profits flow effortlessly, where you're getting the most out of your staff and technology. Whether you want a boutique lifestyle business or have dreams of scaling up, the choice is yours. So why wait? Let's turn your law firm into a profitable powerhouse. I'll leave the link in the show notes below to join the community today. If you have any questions about today's episode, please let me know by commenting below. If you know someone who might need to hear this information, please share this episode with them. Be sure to follow and subscribe to get notifications for future episodes. Did you enjoy this episode? Please consider leaving a review. And before I go, Remember, profit is something you intentionally plan for in the beginning. It's not a potential bonus at the end of the year. Thanks and have a great day.